Alright.
You were saying?
What?
You were
I'm ready.
saying? Okay.
I'm not saying anything. I was gonna say Warlord suck my dick.
Uh-huh.
Is that recorded?
Yes. Unfortunately so, yes.
Okay, good.
God damn it.
uh,
You're a monster, Aristya.
kill.
Quite the
Anything
monster.
else you would like to point out?
No. Aside from the fact that you're just bad carrier.
Thank you. I wonder how much of today dropped my WTR.
I wonder how much you actually dropped my win rate. I could have sworn you dropped it by at least.
You're just bad.
Yeah, because I didn't get top 2
You're not
in
playing
all of the
CV.
instances.
You're not playing CV.
So you blame the fact that we lost because I was not playing a CV.
Yeah, because CV is only you're good at.
Wow. I told you, Aristya, that I don't play CV in Division.
Oh shit. Oh wait, never mind. Today I'm still Unicom. It's all good.
Uh-huh. Anyways, the first engagement will be fighter engagement. So, let's try that again.
Let's see. Well, my win rate today is 42%. I mean, not 42, 52%.
I blame that on you.
Oh boy, my destroyer is purple and my cruiser and aircraft carrier is blue. Okay. Oh boy. Are we using our strikes or anything? Just fighters?
Well, launch your fighters first, then launch your torpedo bombers. I'm not gonna do anything with my torpedo bombers yet.
Alright, time for carrier strike.
Uh-huh, as you said.
So how do you send it to the map border you were saying?
Oh, you want to learn how to do that?
Do you just click on the border?
Send your torpedo bombers to E1, and then I'll show you.
E1. Oh my god, that's across the map.
That's across from. Okay, in which case send them to F10.
Never mind. It's already on course to E1.
Okay. E1 it is. Anyway. Okay. Let's begin. Okay, so Aristya.
Yes.
If only we actually had that earlier recorded session, then it would have actually talked about the first strike.
So you want me to strike you or something?
No. I don't want you to strike me. I just want you to try to win the fighter engagement against me.
I mean, I tried to strafe you.
Win the fighter engagement against me. Try to, at least.
Right. Sorry, innocent planes coming by.
What? Okay.
Alright.
You're a lot more passive than last time I faced you.
I usually don't go aggressive with my planes.
As you say. You're setting up your planes too much, Aristya. So in this kind of situation, I already know that you're going to try to strafe me. And the thing is, you just wait. The thing is, you're deliberately giving yourself a disadvantage, is what you're doing.
I see.
By doing something like that. So for example, as you can clearly see, I don't even need to lock up with the...
Standing by for instructions. Over. Group 5. Standing by for instructions.
Or something like that. Would you like to rearm your fighter? Because I think this engagement's already decided.
I see. Sure.
Okay. Basically, you don't want to ever put yourself in a situation where where you're forced to strafe one of your fighters, because you're just going to give me an advantage by doing that. So, never split up your planes too much. Keep them grouped up within around a couple seconds of each other at most. When you get closer to enemy fighters, always keep them basically somewhat clumped up. Not totally clumped up, because that limits your tactical flexibility, but just somewhat clumped up. Arthur and Arishad, are your bombers at E1?
Yes, they are.
They are? Because I'm at E1 and I don't see them.
Never mind, I'll send them to J1. I lied.
I see.
Oopsies.
Alright, then I'll actually head south. You head north. We'll meet up wherever.
Wait, what?
We'll meet up wherever. Actually, I want you to test something. Well, not to test something, but to try countering escape strafes to the best of your ability. After you rearm your fighter.
They already rearmed. Hold on.
Okay. Now remember what I said about how fighter health works in this game. Okay, so basically to put your striker aircraft on the map border, press Alt, until you have that indicator that you're about to strike something. Click, make sure it's far away from the map border, and then immediately rotate so that the drop actually is... Okay, so let's try that again. So bring your bombers to the approximate distance where my bombers are right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now press Alt.
Mm-hmm.
Then put your mouse as far on the map border as possible until you see that the green targeting lines. Do you see that?
Yes.
Now click, and then immediately you see the outer circle for the auto drop, for traditional auto drops, right? The indicator for the direction, the triangles. Do you see that?
Oh.
Do you see that?
I think I know how to do it. But...
Okay, so basically, try to strike something, then turn around. Basically, select the direction indicator so that it will go on the outside.
So
of the map. Press Alt when your mouse is on the border. Click as if you're striking something, and then click on the icon until you rotate them around the map. Do you see that?
Like this? Just something like that?
Approximately, but do you see my bombers? They're heading farther away from the map border than you are.
Shit.
And then you immediately swing as the direction where you want to go, and then you do the same thing.
Oh fuck, too late!
Now the thing is, this doesn't completely hide your bombers from detection, but it does make them significantly less visible.
I still failed. I need to see the video of how you do it.
Okay, sure. In which case I'll upload this when I can. But that's basically how you hide your bombers along the map border.
My fighters are ready.
My fighters are ready too. Alright then, so let's see. Let's have you try practicing countering escape strafe.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just lock up with one of your fighters. There, I'll lock it up. That one, and I'll escape strafe.
Like that?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good counter. And then for you to try to escape strafing again, you have to click on his fighter and then leave it immediately. Otherwise, your fighter's going to end up doing no damage to the fighter that you're engaging. Alright, then let me rearm my fighter. Or you can just strafe my fighter instead. But yeah, so for the Saipan against other carriers, if you're not a Saipan, if you're not a Saipan and you're facing a Saipan, you have 0.25 to 0.5 in the second reaction time in order to counter an escape strafe like from a Saipan. If you're a Saipan facing another,
that's a lot of work.
I know it's a lot of work, but the thing is, for you to win air supremacy against a Saipan, especially as a Hiryu or a Ranger, you're gonna have to be able to do that. Because individually, a Hiryu's fighter should be able to beat a Saipan's fighters, assuming you get the first strike with your fighters.
Even though the Saipan's tier 9?
Yes, because I get a 20% boost with the Hiryu's fighters. I'll show you after this Saipan match, but that's usually what
you take that skill?
Yeah, Dogfighting Expert. You should always take Dogfighting Expert, especially for all carriers below tier 8.
See?
Let me see. So, what else did I want to talk about? Oh yes, if you're, as I was saying, if you are a Hiryu and you're trying to counter a Saipan's fighters from escape strafing, you have 0.5 to 0.25 of a second. You have to basically nearly instantaneously actually do it properly. Otherwise you're going to miss your opportunity. For Saipan against a Hiryu though, you basically have around 0.5 a second, if not a little bit more, because your fighters are 16 knots faster than the Hiryus. So you have significantly faster speed. Alright then, Aristya, let me try fighting you again in the fighter engagement. My AA is disabled, by the way. I hope yours is the same.
Mine too.
Okay, good.
Approaching target. Group 2 taking fire. Group 3 taking fire.
I messed up on that one.
Yeah, you did. Okay, let's disengage then, because I think we already know who's gonna win on that one. Do you know what you messed up on?
Something. I click on one of your fighters and then engage the other one.
Returning.
So basically what I think went wrong with that engagement was that you were too predictable with one of your fighters. You always want all of your fighters, no matter where they are, to be unpredictable, especially in fighter engagement. So I predicted that one of your bottom fighter was going to continue on its present course because you're going to focus on controlling your first fighter. So because of that, I was able to strafe it and then just manual lock up with the other one, guaranteeing me both a first strike principle on your second fighter and also guaranteeing that you will lose the first fighter engagement because I strafed you successfully.
Group 2, ready. Group 3, airborne.
Now the most common trick that I like to use is if your fighters are running away from me and it looks like they're going to try to continue running away from me, is I use my frontmost fighter to strafe, and then I use my secondmost fighter to actually manual lock up. That way there's no way you can actually win the engagement. Do you want to see that happen?
No, I don't.
Okay, in which case why did you try it on me then?
So you're running away.
So okay, let's say I'm running away with both sets of my fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not far, you're not close, okay, you're close enough now, but your other fighter is actually not, your fighter was not, your second fighter was not close enough to actually replicate that, Aristya.
See.
So, now, well that's unfortunate.
We're under attack.
Oh, I should have noticed that you were strafing me. Ever since they actually did the slight alterations to the how carrier fighters handle and how bombers handle, it makes it slightly more difficult to notice when you're strafing. Because the slight slowdown is less obvious than it used to be. And if you can do it properly, you won't even see a slight slowdown when you do strafe. Well, Aristya, I would like you to actually try to demonstrate that for me now, since yeah, that.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Alright then.
Group 3, ready.
What's going on?
Demonstrate running away with one of your fighters.
Sure.
And I'll show you what I mean. And then the thing is, when my fighter is about to strafe or is strafing, click on the first fighter, the one that is strafing you, because traditionally that's what the enemy carrier does if you're facing Doriza, for example, or who else?
I don't think.
What?
Well, nothing. So I'm pretending that my fighter is running away.
Okay, so basically, let's have your fighter within danger close of my two sets of fighters. Okay, so the southmost set that you have, it isn't close enough for me to do this yet. But let me see. No, that is not gonna be. Okay, there's a slight slowdown. There we go. You should stop trying to strafe me, Aristya. It's not gonna help your situation.
Oh,
And it doesn't help me try to replicate what I want to replicate.
Oh wow, my fighter's out of ammo. Rip.
I see. Well then. That was kind of a demonstration of what I was talking about. If you tried to engage me, then you would have been destroyed regardless.
I see.
Returning.
First fighter in front strafe, the second one just manual lockup. Obviously, you should never put yourself in that kind of position. Otherwise, you're going to risk a lot of fighter supremacy. How many fighter pairs do you have left?
2 in reserve.
I see, in which case this should be the last one then.
Group 3, ready for takeoff. Airborne.
Alright. Oh, I should probably mention this. As a carrier, when your planes are launching, they're completely immune to all AA and strafes. But when they're landing on your carrier, they all are vulnerable. So don't ever try strafing fighters or bombers that are launching from a carrier. It will not have any effect. However, do try strafing fighters or bombers that are landing on your carrier. Are you ready?
Sure.
Alright.
Waypoint reached. Engaging enemy. Group 3, taking fire. We're under attack.
Something like that, like I just demonstrated, is what I just did. So I was successfully able to get the first strike principle on your second fighter.
Taking fire.
Oh.
So yeah, in which case, Aristya, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Uh-huh.
I still couldn't figure out how to get off the map.
Oh, I'll show you. The video, when it's uploaded, will show you how to do it. Yeah, in general. Oh, do you want me to show you, do you want to practice striking against a target that's not maneuvering?
Instructions over.
You can do that again,
Returning to ship.
Aristya.
I think I figured out. Is that how it is?
How what?
Is that it? Look at J whatever.
J what? I can't see your planes.
Yeah, I'll come up. Try that again.
Autopilot mode.
Come to H10.
Okay. Let's see.
Autopilot mode enabled. Group 3, ready for takeoff. Group 2, ready.
I'm at H10. Where are you?
Waypoint.
Stand by. On my way.
Airborne.
Calm your titties, man.
Wow. For the mellow commentary that I had, I thought you were actually gonna...
Airborne. Group 3, standing by for instructions. Over.
Oh, let's watch anime after this.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah?
No, I actually need to play 2 more games and WoWs.
Group 2, standing by
No,
for
you don't.
instructions.
Yes, I do. Alright then, Risha. Show me how you're gonna do it.
Standing by for instructions. Over. Awaiting instructions.
Oh, Risha, there is also one other suggestion I have for you. Never try to perfectly stack your dive bombers or torpedo bombers.
Something like that?
No.
What?
No. What
Wait,
you're
wait,
doing
wait.
is basically just clicking on the map border and just pressing shift and then clicking on somewhere else. What you should do is...
Oh fuck! I messed up. Rip.
Let me try if I can show you. Well, I mean, I think the video is
Wait,
going
what
to
do
be
you
the
mean by never perfectly stack?
So, know how my bombers basically
Instructions.
are, if you click on them, and when I say perfectly stacked, I basically mean when they're perfectly on top of each other. So when they launch, when the two bombers actually launch the ordnance, the
Oh right,
torpedoes
you
are
mean that it
completely on
will
top of each other.
oversaturate?
No, okay, it will both oversaturate and also limit your ability to actually maximize the chance of your torpedo hitting. For example, if you mess up on your strike, especially on Japanese torpedo bombers or these Saipan torpedo bombers, if you mess up on the strike, you're going to hit less torpedoes than you would if you actually imperfectly stacked your torpedo bombers. For example, your torpedo bombers right now, as they're returning to your carrier, would be a good stack to actually have against striking targets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Approaching target.
Wow, way to destroy my dream. One last fighter, man.
Yeah, I destroyed your
Oh,
dreams.
you dropped me? Ooh,
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Except I
I
won't have
see
enough
how
time.
it is. Trash.
As you say. But yeah, that's in general how fighters are played. Now if I had my Hugh, then I could show you. But I think that should be enough for the first round of these training videos.
I think
What,
let's
do you
forget
agree?
what you taught me today.
What?
Like tomorrow.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna forget everything you taught me by
Wow.
tomorrow.
Honestly, Aristya.
Mm.
Just remember that if you're cutting an escape strafe, just click in the direction that the person is trying to strafe towards and then immediately click on his fighter. And like I said, if you're facing another Saipan, but you yourself are a Saipan, you have around half a second to react. For all other carriers, if you are fighting a Saipan and you're not a Saipan, you have 0.25 to 0.5 of a second to react. Yeah, so, yeah. Alright then,
Okay.
well thank you, Aristya.
Are
I'll
you
actually upload
gonna
this to
give?
YouTube soon. Sure.